Appreciate y'all chilling and politicking and paying attention because it's real vital. You heard me? Trench Talk TV. So that's what it's gonna sound like. It ain't gonna sound like nothing sugarcoated. It ain't gonna sound like what you want to hear. It's gonna be Trench Talk.
All right, man. We want to welcome y'all to another episode of Trench Talk TV, where we aim to educate, explore, and exhibit perspectives from the trenches all over. And here today, some of you may know him, some may not. We have a recording artist straight out of Baton Rouge, 4700 Lucci. How you doing this evening?
What's sound, bro? Everything.
Been trying to get this together for a minute, man, and we finally got it locked in. I'm eager to get this out the way, man.
Yeah.
What you been up to lately, man? You been recording?
Yeah, bro. Rap hustle. Yeah.
Anything coming we should know about?
Yeah, shit. New music. That's about it. Trying to get a little tape together.
All right. We're gonna start from the beginning. We're gonna try to get a little background from you before we get too deep off into the music. You were born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You from Zion City?
Yeah, Stern Street. Yeah.
For people that don't know, that's not from here, could you paint a picture of what it's like growing up in Zion City, Baton Rouge?
Any other ghetto, you know what I'm saying? That bitch different if you ask me, but you know, that bitch like any other ghetto. That bitch just
different. How so?
That bitch is like one big family type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's still treacherous though. You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit sweet, but you know.
How many siblings?
When you growing up.
How many siblings did you have?
On my mama's side in Zion City, I got 3 brothers. Well, it's 2 brothers. I'm the youngest.
That's who grew up in the house. That's who you grew up in the house with.
Yeah, and all my uncles.
Y'all had pretty good relationship.
We had a house full where I'm at. Yeah.
How was it growing up 3 brothers? You the youngest?
Yeah, I'm the youngest.
The youngest of 3 brothers growing up with a house full of uncles. How was that growing up?
You know, nigga trying to bully you and shit like that. It wasn't. It was
What's
fun,
the craziest
though,
thing you could remember that happened in that house amongst all y'all? All that testosterone.
Nigga say all that testosterone. Shit, I don't really know. I just remember fighting my brothers. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? We grew up tight though, like, you know what I'm saying? We battled together, all type of shit, like me and my brothers. You know what I'm saying?
That much
of love though.
I ain't hear you.
I say it was love though, but you know.
That many people in the house. Was your dad around at this time? Single parent household?
Yeah, just my mom. My dad was in my life. He just wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't in the house. He was running the street.
I believe earlier you mentioned to me that he's from South Baton Rouge, right?
Yeah, my dad is from South Baton Rouge. Yeah.
You grew up in both spots? Would you mainly say it was Zion City?
Zion City. I know my people and shit out there. Family, I got family out there who I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? You know how it be. I'm on my side though, man, type shit.
I got you, man. How was school growing up at this time, man? Single parent household, youngest of 3 brothers. You got a lot going on in and out the house. How was school for you growing up?
Shit, regular fun. I played ball and shit growing up. You know what I'm saying? I did pretty good in school and shit though.
I heard through the grapevine, man, you had you a nice little jump shot.
Yeah, you know.
What happened, man? You ain't take it serious?
Yeah, I ain't lying. Once I got old, I started playing football more because my brother was playing football. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of veered off to that, but I just knew I ain't want. You know what I'm saying? That shit like a job once you get to college and shit. I ain't want to do that shit.
All right, college. You said so. You went to college.
I went to BRCC for a semester.
Were you rapping before that?
Yeah, shit.
How old were you when you started rapping, if you can remember?
Like, I probably recorded my first song at like 12. My homeboy, Tula Boy, who he died when I was on my little jokes or whatever, but
I done heard you rap about him.
Yeah, that's who took me to the studio for the first time. Then I probably recorded again like at 14 when I started actually like consistently type recording type shit, yeah.
Somewhere in this time frame, I believe you mentioned one time before you had a friend or cousin by the name of Dave that got killed.
Yeah, the Dave Cobb.
Could you run us through that incident?
Um,
What happened? How old were you all?
I was 17. Dave was 16. Yeah. We had a little partner. Who our little partner grew up in the field, but his grandmother was staying in Banks, and he was in Glen Oaks, like, running around with, you know what I'm saying? He had dad lived the corn. I played baseball and shit with the corn.
Gotcha.
His mama had do something for him and shit like that, and it was just some little fuel and shit, and they got caught up in the crossfire type shit. Not in the crossfire, but
I got you.
my dog, I missed it.
That was would you say that was the first time somebody that close to you had died?
Yeah, like one of my partners.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost some cousins and shit, but like one of my homeboys, yeah.
How would you say that affected you going forward?
Shit, that shit just let you know shit real type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let you know what you signed up for on some shit.
Growing up in Zion City, you got a dad from Southside Baton Rouge who was in and out with you. You had losing a friend that young. With all that going on, how you end up attempting BRCC? You hadn't necessarily realized that you want to be in the streets at that time? Like, what made you actually consider going to college?
I really don't know, bro. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie, like, nigga just tried something. I'm gonna keep it real. I got the refund money and went got me a bigger pack than I already had, and that shit was over with. But,
Were you still taking the rap serious at this time? Or had you not started taking it serious?
I ain't gonna lie, I probably ain't started taking it serious to wait. I'm lying. I was consistent around the time. I'll see it around the time and end up stopping again, type shit. You know what I'm saying?
I heard you on another interview mention that you were inspired by people like Boosie and Max Spinelli. What intangibles would you say you got from them artists as far as rapping?
Like they real life stories type shit, like, make you feel them type shit. You know what I'm saying? Boosie and Max, shit. That shit that lasts long.
A couple of songs of yours that went crazy, man. You got a Soulja Slim flow. You had a Free BG. I hear a lot of New Orleans influence in your music. Where they come from?
Like the older niggas I was around, like growing up, like my brother, they used to bump that shit heavy. I got my older brother who was in the house with me. That nigga used to bump that shit heavy. My cousin them, they used to, ride around here. They bumping that shit, that New Orleans shit, Soulja Slim, BG, all the Hat Boys and shit. So that's how I knew who they was, type shit.
I got you. What year did you say you graduated?
2011.
2011, you graduate.
Yeah.
You're getting refund checks, man. You're doing this and that. You're dibbling and dabbling in the rap. Do you know what direction you want to take it at this time?
Yeah, I knew I wanted to rap then, but you know how that shit be, nigga, running the streets and shit happening. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really knowing how much this shit really cost. I couldn't really do it by myself type shit. I just was thugging basically, like, you know what I'm saying?
I got you. Let me ask you this. By what age would you say you jumped off the porch?
About 15, 16.
At the point that you graduated, had you had any run-in with the police yet?
Shit, yeah. I had a run-in with the police at 16.
Could you tell us why?
Just leaving a little teen club, got pulled over and shit. That type of shit.
Ain't nothing too serious.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing serious shit. Not then.
You go to college, you experience that. Man, what life-changing events or what would you say made you really, how we get 4700 Lucci? What made you start rapping? You at BRCC, did you finish?
I was at that bitch for one semester. I don't know, like I say, I was rapping before all that shit. Like I was playing around with it and shit. You know what I'm saying? I used to be running with Mouse, Q Red and all them. I say that's when I first started taking it serious, fucking with them. You know how this shit be. Shit ain't really work out how we wanted it to. And shit like that. It ain't no bad blood though. I still holler at them and shit.
I got you. And at about 2015, I believe you caught a charge.
2015?
Yeah, somewhere around there. You had did a bid.
No, that was 2018.
2018. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, when I had to leave for a little while. Yeah, 2018.
That was a charge in Baton Rouge, charge in Georgia, I believe you said.
I caught the charge in Georgia in 2017 though. I caught the charge in Georgia, burned it out, and came back to Baton Rouge. And
Gotcha.
I caught the charge down here in Baton Rouge.
And you had to do the time for it.
Yeah.
Do that, and you come home what year?
2019.
2019. 2019, I believe I pulled up on you, man. You had just came home and you told me you had a plan, man. That night you sat there, you rapped me a whole bunch of stuff for no beat.
Oh yeah.
What
Yeah.
What was running through your mind on that bid you had, man? How you come to the putting your plan together as far as you coming home taking rap more serious?
I don't know, bro. Like when I was in jail, shit, the only person I really had like that was my mama type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just knew I ain't want to put her through that shit no more. You know what I'm saying?
This was the bid, I believe, your brother had gotten shot and you had also lost another friend to the boy that you was telling me about?
Yeah, see, my brother got shot before I went to jail though. Like right before I went to jail. My brother got shot. And then I went to jail and I lost Tula boy. My dog Tula boy got killed right down the street from my grandma's house.
That gotta be a lot on the mental going through what you was going through. How was that?
Grandma's house got shot up like 2 days after I went to jail, 3 days after I went to jail, type shit.
Would you say that was more so, all that going on, would you say that was more so motivation for you to put together that plan for when you came home?
Yeah, on some shit. I ain't gonna lie, I had a plan, but I just ain't had the steps. I just knew what I wanted to do. I just hit the ground running, you know what I'm saying? Like, just whatever happened type shit. You feel? I still ain't take it all the way serious when I first came home though, I think.
Why not?
I don't know. I can't lie to you. It just wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? About 2020, I got my shit together, you know what I'm saying?
Well, 2018, you come home. What's the first video you dropped?
That Go.
How was the reception to it?
They were fucking with it. Shit, yeah. That Go. I came home. They were fucking with it. I ain't gonna lie.
It wasn't too long, but after that, I believe you dropped Candace's youngest son.
Yeah, a little EP I dropped, like 8 songs on. Yeah.
I believe after you dropped it. Might have been something like 2 years ago, probably. If it sound like the time frame, man. You hadn't called and told me you wanted to stop rapping.
Yeah.
That was sometime after you dropped it. What had you feeling like that?
I don't know, bro. That shit just, you know how it be, like you be putting that work into something and don't really be seeing it at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Some shit like that, like, you know.
Would you say you're glad you didn't?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, you came home. You dropped that tape. You dropped another tape after that. What's the name of your latest project?
Ghetto Superstar.
Ghetto Superstar. That was like last Easter, something like that, I believe, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that when I dropped it on Easter.
From the time you told me you wanted to stop rapping, man, I believe you got something like 2 projects, 13 singles, multiple features. You've been working. You feeling more motivated this time around?
Yeah, shit, yeah. It just I'm getting more, more feedback than when I wanted to stop. You know what I'm saying? So once you get that feedback and shit, I want to feeling like a rapper. So that shit, like, it is what it is now. Nigga rap.
2018, 2020, you started taking it more serious.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you got a hell of a following. Your videos been going crazy. You got a lot of traction. Congratulations on that, man. If you could pick one label of your choice, what mode would you say you pick?
I'll pick CMG if I could pick. I just ain't never seen nobody lose with Gaddy, you feel me?
Right.
I just ain't seen nobody lose with.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
How the transition feel since you piped up now? You got a lot of emotion going on. How the reception been amongst your peers? You've been receiving a lot of support versus hate, or more hate than support?
Yeah, I receive, support from my partners and shit, but this Baton Rouge, these niggas gonna hate regardless, fuck them. These niggas hate me and everybody around me.
Speaking of everybody around you, man, I noticed you got affiliation with TG Commerce.
Yeah.
What's the affiliation?
With my dog, my partner, he grew up right across the street from me.
Both of y'all grew up in Zion City.
Yeah. He came from Dallas, but shit chill. And my dog.
I believe he have isn't he signed to Atlantic or something like that? He got a situation or something like that?
Yeah, he signed with Atlantic.
I tip my hat to you, man. He been doing this thing for quite a minute, and it seemed like, from my point of view, you could have been attached yourself to that situation and probably made it a little easier for yourself. I just want to let you know I do see the independent motivation behind it, and man, I applaud you on doing it. Finding your own way into it.
Yeah, shit. Appreciate it.
Y'all dropped for the last year, man. Y'all been pretty consistent in dropping music.
Yeah, shit.
Are you signed to Trench Business Ties, or is it any situation you can tell us about?
No, I ain't signed to them. They're just my people,
Childhood friend, that's just, it ain't nothing to y'all.
We don't need, that's love, you know how that shit be. We don't need no paperwork.
If a label call right now, how much they gotta be talking, man? Or what type of situation you looking for?
They gotta change my life, that's all. Get a nigga from out Baton Rouge, you know what I'm saying? I can't really put no number on it. I wouldn't. It gotta be more than what a nigga got. And nigga ain't broke, nigga got some good paper, nigga ain't, you know what I'm saying?
I got you. I've been listening to a lot of your music for the last month, getting ready for this interview. I done heard it's a few names I done heard repeated. Young Ready, Crease Head, Trigger. If you could, for the people who don't know, could you tell us who these individuals are and what significance they have to your life?
Who said first? Young Ready?
Young Ready.
Ready really opened the door for a nigga type shit. You know what I'm saying? Zion City. That nigga was like a, big homie type shit. And my dog, I fuck with that nigga. He was trying to give me the sign with him before he, before he got killed and shit. But Ready just showed a nigga like, Ready like kicked the door down type shit. Like he wasn't being denied type shit. Like regardless of what happened with him, he just wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But I fuck with him. That's my nigga.
Crease Head.
Crease Head, that's my uncle. Like that ain't really my uncle, but that's one of my partners, PC Proper Play.
Gotcha.
That's his blood uncle. But they grew up 3 houses down from me. That nigga just like another big homie. Like that nigga watched me grow up and shit. Except for when he was gone, he just did 16 years in the feds day for day.
Oh.
And just came back, but yeah, that's like my uncle type shit.
I heard you speak on a guy named Trigger.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
If you could tell us who that is.
That's my brother, man. He gone on a little vacation right now. That's my brother though. I love that bitch. I just got off the phone with him. He my everyday partner before he left. I, fuck with him. His daughters and shit, I be looking out for him and shit, doing what I'm supposed to do.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
You come home, you drop 2 tapes, you going crazy. February 25th, I believe this year, tragic situation happens in front of the Mall of Louisiana in Baton Rouge. I believe a rapper by the name of True Bleeder was gunned down. Could you tell us your affiliation or the affiliation and the effects they had on you going forward?
That was, I don't know, that bitch was just like my little brother who I ain't never really had, like, you know what I'm saying? A nigga. I spent a lot of time with him in the studio and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that my nigga, that was my little brother, like, you know.
I believe I had recently got on to him not too long before that and got on, man, that Soul Survivor, that's one of the ones.
Yeah, shit, that, I ain't lying, I wanted to stop after that shit. Keep it real, I wanted to stop after that, but, you know,
why?
I be.
And I mean, I gotta ask why you didn't.
I don't know. Like that song that For My Bleeders, like that was one of the hardest songs I had to record. Like that bitch just wouldn't come out type shit. And you know, I don't know. But after that, like when I started getting back in the studio again, cause you know I had ran across some little trouble and shit, and was on house arrest and shit. So I had to slow down recording and shit. But once I did get back in the groove, that shit just started hitting me again. Like that shit just started getting easy for me again.
Did the most recent legal situation you had, does that make it hard for you to move around as far as your mobility with shows and doing studio time?
Yeah, on some shit. It's getting a little strict though.
I got you. Would you say at this point, would you say you would have done something different at any point in your rap career? I know you ain't got the deal yet, but is it, you know, a lot of people, they compare their situations to people that they see, to people that they deem might have grown by night or, you know, Instagram a fool. A lot of people, the glitz, the glamour, a lot of people think it's an overnight success, man. At this point, would you say you would have done something different?
Well,
Any regrets?
I probably have just been taking it more serious than you know what I'm saying? I probably would have just been doing it before, because as soon as I started taking it serious like that's when I started seeing the shit.
With all that you got going on in your personal life, man, I want to ask you, how hard is it? You're at a fork in the road. I mean, truth be told, how hard is it to stay on the path of, I mean, let's just be real. Rap isn't necessary to taking care of your whole family right now. And how hard is it to stay focused on a dream that you can put so many blood, sweat, and tears into? How hard is it to stay on that track knowing you got all this going on to your left?
That shit hard, but you know how I don't know. Somebody asked me that shit yesterday, like something similar to that, but it's just nigga might as well gonna get the money out of it. You know what I'm saying? Nigga going through all the shit a nigga be going through with it. You know what I'm saying? Losing partners and shit, all that type of shit. Police harassment and shit, nigga might as well go and get the money out of it and get the fuck.
I got you.
Type shit.
I think a problem that a lot of people have, something that's so key, is controlling your emotions.
Yeah, you gotta control your emotions.
A lot of stuff that get done be emotion driven. Like I say, I'm pretty sure it's a million different times you could have went left or took another route, or days you be wanting to be like, F this, I'm gonna go be on this type of time.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know,
you gotta control your emotions. Them bitches will have you on a blog site in 5 minutes you trip out or something.
How relative would you say financial gain is to your campaign? Like, how relative would you say finance is? And in that explanation, I want you to, if you have any advice, like for
What you mean?
money, you know, you got kids, you got a rap career you're trying to support. A lot of people think, again, the microwave way, you spend money on a video, drop a video once every 3 months, and they feel like, you know, that'll be enough, or they wait for that.
It ain't gonna get it right in this day.
How relative is finance to that? is what I'm asking.
Oh, you gotta have some kind of money coming in. Like nowadays, they want you to drop music like every week, every other week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That shit costs like videos. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be looking like something on these bitches. You can't just be. You gotta get a people something to look at. You feel what I'm saying?
Would you say you have any advice for any upcoming independent? Would you have any independent advice for any upcoming artists?
Yeah, you gotta invest it in yourself. That's the main thing. Like, nigga ain't gonna believe in you till you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta show them. For the most part.
I got you. I want to ask you this question as well, man. Do you think anything could be done to calm down all the senseless violence or senseless crime you would say been plaguing Baton Rouge for the last year or two?
Shit.
Or would you say it's too far gone?
Too far gone.
And
When it could have been the niggas who could have stopped it, they, you know what I'm saying? Before it was too far gone, they was entertaining the bullshit. So it is what it is now.
I'm glad you said that. I want to ask you. It's a big disconnect. You hear about it a lot in the rap industry, talking about old heads not wanting to, not being on the same page as the new and upcoming entertainers or whatnot. What would you say the disconnect is with the old, even in Baton Rouge? It's a lot of rappers that came from here. What would you say the disconnect is? You got Texas artists, they stick together. They 4 hours away. You got Atlanta, that's 6-8 hours that way. What would you say the disconnect is here in Baton Rouge, man?
I don't know.
It ain't no reason we shouldn't be shining like a brand new penny.
Yeah. I don't know, some niggas don't want to see a nigga, you know, past them or on the same level as them. And a lot of shit be from, I can't even explain it, bro. It's the streets of Baton Rouge. Like, the rap game in Baton Rouge is the streets of Baton Rouge. So, the streets fucked up, the rap game fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Man, a lot. I feel like a big factor of that today, man, you know, internet, social media done changed a lot. What's your opinion on, you got the YSL indictment going on right now, and a lot of stuff they using in that case is from stuff that have been posted on internet. Man, the internet be a fall of a lot of rappers. They got a lot of lumps in the ground today from a lot of internet. What you got to, what if you have an opinion on the Instagram games that be, the Instagram and the streets, internet and the streets don't mix.
Yeah, shit, no, I feel like if a nigga post something, or, you know what I'm saying, say something that could get them, say something that could be used against them in court on the internet, then, you know what I'm saying, that's on them. You supposed to know, it's the internet. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Man, I'm gonna ask you this. What you hope to gain from it all? You've been doing this rap now for, it's safe to say, you've been on and off. You've been doing rap for 10 years that I know of. Taking it seriously for something like the last 4. What you hope to gain from it all?
To get some money out. I ain't lying, take care of my people, take care of my mama and shit. Take care of my children.
Saying that?
Yeah. Let my grandma see me do something other than what she know.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. With that being said, would you say that it's a job or would you say it's a calling for you? Rap.
Calling, shit. If I get some money out of them, it's a calling. Fucking right.
Do you believe bosses are born or do you believe that bosses are made?
Damn. They bosses probably made though, like, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Because you gotta have that shit in you for the control, not really control niggas, not control people for to do this and that for you, but you gotta have that in you for the run.
You gotta be a soldier so you can know how to operate as a general. You can't just Yeah, I get what you're saying. That's around the board. That's the equivalent to a seat.
I ain't never seen no nigga go from just be a boss. Just go straight to being a boss.
You gotta be that Indian to be a chief one day.
You gotta go through it. You gotta go through it.
Man, anything else? You got 4700 Lucci. Anything else you want to tell us you got coming up anytime soon? Projects?
Yeah,
content?
I'm working on a full mixtape. That's it. I ain't, look out for some new singles and shit, videos and shit, but I'm working on a full mixtape though. Instead of an EP, I'm about to drop a full mixtape. About 12, 14 songs on it.
You think you going feature crazy, or it's gonna be a lot of you?
Just me. Niggas I fuck with. I got some shit with my little partner Bleeder. I'm probably gonna put on there.
Gotcha. Man, I believe that's all the questions I got for you today, man. And it's definitely been a blessing having you. We appreciate you for coming holler at us here at Trench Talk TV.
Same here, bro.
And I can't wait to do this again.
Shit,
Till next time. 4700 Lucci.